Production.
What is poppin'? We're looking at C3.ai. I love the looks of this stock on a weekly time frame. And when we're looking at these AI stocks, there's quite a few that have been getting some serious love already, right? You got Lemonade, right? We just went over that stock. Looks great. And what I like to, point out about Lemonade that I'm going to, kind of relate to AI, right? The C3.ai stock. Look at this period of consolidation, right? We have this massive accumulation zone, right? And it spent more than 2 years in this zone, right? And then we get this massive breakout. After the massive breakout, what we're going to expect is that period of consolidation. Now, when I look at AI, the stock's been consolidating. Sure, it hasn't been 2 years, but it's been over a year, right? Almost two, consolidating around this range here, right? You could say it's been consolidating sideways in this range for 670 something days, okay? What we're seeing is this is the accumulation zone. Let's make it a little bit more pretty. How can you tell it's an accumulation zone? A lot of sideways trading, right? You could technically draw out a rectangle right here, and you could draw it out this far, right? We happen to dip below it, but for the most part, in the past 3 years, we've seen this stock trade sideways with, let's see what the average stock price traded at this point. Average stock price traded is around $25. Right? And the volume profile is telling us that. So this is telling us this is the accumulation zone, okay? So again, we're starting to see higher highs and higher lows being developed, right? We have this low, a higher low, and we slowly create higher lows as this stock has been consolidating sideways, right? So again, this is the lower trend line where we're starting to see some respect. The upper trend line over here is somewhere around this area, I believe. Depends how you want to look at it. Right? You could look at it like this. If you don't want to use trend lines, then what I would be doing is just straight up support and resistance. You could look at this level right here as a major resistance point in this stock. So what does that mean? We need to eat up all the shares at this level before we can break up above it. And what I like so much about this stock, C3.ai, is that I think we're just about that point where we're getting close to eating up all the shares at this level. To then again get the breakout, flips resistance into support, and continue the uptrend to the upside. So if that's what we're looking at, we might potentially see something where we get that breakout, we come back, retest, and then break out to the upside. Or, right, we follow the 8 EMA on this weekly and the daily time frame, and we just continue upward. So that could look something like this. Here's the 8 EMA, right? You just follow it, and it does something like this. And then the stock's price bounces off of the 8 EMA with respect, right? Something like this, acting as support. Right, so this is what I'm looking at here on C3.ai. I do think it's going to be a great time for AI related stocks, this being one of them. My eyes currently are having this triangle set up. Why I think it's important to look at it from this perspective is because this way you can see that we had this breakout, right? The major breakout of this trend line happened. All we need to do is hold and consolidate smartly before we get that bullish move to the upside. So when I zoom into the daily time frame and I go and use the 8 EMA, the stock looks gorgeous, right? We have strong volume coming in right before earnings, low tapering bearish volume. Again, the volume, look at the volume dying off here. That's beautiful. That's what we want to see. We're holding that 8 EMA, and it looks like it's coiling up here. We have this strong move, and we coil up before we get this breakout again. So that's what I'm looking for here on C3.ai. It's been quite some time, since this stock has seen a significant breakout. And if you look at Lemonade, right, and of course the stock is nothing like Lemonade, but it is AI related. Lemonade shot up significantly right away. AI just might be lagging behind, right, and letting this first move consolidate it a bit, eat up the rest of the shares at this level before it gets that major move, right? And I think the next, area to look at is potentially this area, right? So that brings us towards a $50 to $55 zone. I think that if we can get a move that looks like this, right? We consolidate, break out to the upside, consolidate before we get another move. That's what I'm looking at here on C3.ai. Peace, guys.